Om Vigneshwaraya Namaha, Sri Gurubhyo Namaha. Thanks to all my teachers and gurus. Today we have a guest from India, Chennai, Mr. Ananda Kumar, who is practicing the Vedic astrology for more than 5 years, and he is from the family of astrologers. He is also specialized in Vastu Sastra, Pancha Pakshi Shastra, and Vara Sastra, etc. Today he is given us the opportunity to listen to you about the Pancha Pakshi Sastra, which is rarely discussed in the public forum or media. And today's topic is going to be regarding our US presidential candidates. And based on the Pancha Pakshi Shastra, that tomorrow, the election day, how is favorable to the candidates. Now, we welcome Mr. Ananda Kumar. Thank you. Now,
Namaskar. This is Anand Kumar. Thank you for giving me an opportunity to speak in your channel. Thank you, Sri MGR Ganesh. Today we are going to talk about the much talked about all over the world, that is US presidential election, which is going to happen on tomorrow.
yes, sir.
Mr. Donald Trump and Kamala Harris. So the world is watching. So everybody is talking about that. So now I'm going to talk about the Pancha Pakshi Sastra.
Mhm.
Based on these two candidates, one among them will be a president. So it's going to be very closely contested election.
Mhm.
Mr. Donald Trump is born on Jyeshtha Nakshatra, Vrishchik Rasi, and Kamala Harris is born on Ashwini Nakshatra, Mesh Rasi.
What
So
bird they belong to, sir?
before going to the Pancha Pakshi Sastra, I'm going to throw some little light on it. So first of all, the Pancha Pakshi Sastra is based on the 5 elements. So it is starting from vulture, owl, crow, cock, and peacock. So it's going to be the stars. A person who is born on a particular nakshatra on a particular paksha. So we call it waning and waxing moon in English, Sukla Paksha, Krishna Paksha in Sanskrit. So as Donald Trump is born on Jyeshtha Nakshatra on a waxing moon on a Sukla Paksha, so he belongs to a cock. And then Kamala Harris, when we look at, she's born on Ashwini Nakshatra, again on a Sukla Paksha or waxing moon. So she belongs to vulture. So very interesting to see that tomorrow, Tuesday, 5th of November, on Sukla Paksha, uh, the Donald Trump bird, which is cock, which is getting weaker,
Mhm.
and the vulture is getting all powerful from sunrise to sunset. So the whole day tomorrow, Kamala Harris is ruling. The whole day, the cock is not in a good position. Each and every day, one particular bird will be ruling. One
Mhm.
particular bird will be weaker. So other
Okay.
rest of the three birds will have a neutral role to be played in
Okay.
the five jamas we call it. 2 hours 24 minutes is one jama. So five jama 12 hours. So rest after the sunset till next day sunrise, another five jama.
Okay,
So
sir. So now, I just for my viewers' understanding, I will recap what you have said. So each day will be assigned, a ruling bird will be assigned, and a bird of death will be assigned. So that is from sunrise to sunset, and then it
yes,
changes in the evening. The ruling
yes,
and death bird will change in the evening also. But
true,
apart from that, throughout the day, based on the jama, first jama and second jama, the five activities are divided among the all the five birds also.
correct.
Am I right, sir?
Yes, you are right, absolutely
Okay.
right.
Thank you. One second.
When we see November 5th, that is tomorrow, Tuesday, which is going to be a fantastic day for Kamala Harris because the whole day the vulture is ruling. Very interesting to see Donald Trump bird cock, which is getting weaker for the whole day. So this is very surprising element.
One question, sir. When you say weaker, cock is weaker.
Uh,
So earlier you said that one bird will be ruling and one bird will be dying on a particular day. So you
Yeah.
mean to say tomorrow on the election day, the vulture is ruling and cock is dying status in the
Yes,
morning?
true.
Okay, but what happens after the sunset? Is that the position is changing anything?
The vulture is also going to come out of the ruling and it will become a normal bird where other birds will be ruling
So,
naturally.
so my understanding is after the sunset, vulture will not be ruling and cock will not be dying. It will be some other birds will be ruling and some other bird will be dying.
Exactly.
And
Exactly.
these two birds will go into a neutral stage.
Exactly.
Okay,
Exactly.
okay. But
You're
it
right.
is interesting to note that one bird is ruling, one bird is dying till the sunset, right? Morning session where the vote is happening, we don't know until the result. But the Pancha Pakshi Shastra indicate that vulture is ruling and it belongs to KamalaHarris. So she will have the advantage during the voting time.
Yes, naturally, because it is very surprising. The one candidate is completely ruling. Another candidate is completely, it has become weaker. So there is no the neutrality in it. It is not being seen. It is very surprising for me. One bird is completely ruling and another one is not.
At least if the cock is not dying on tomorrow, at least you can say, okay, the ruling is there, but it is not so, it may not be very weak on the other side. But since it is totally opposite, it shows the clear advantage to one side. Am I right?
Yes, you are right. And then
Oh,
the people who are going to vote tomorrow by standing on the queue and doing the regular process of voting in the public place. So there, Kamala Harris is going to get advantage. So
oh,
when we look
okay,
at the
okay.
people who are already voting from the home and other means, advantages to Mr. Donald Trump. On the voting day, Kamala Harris is going to be in a very, very advantage position, a pole position kind of a thing. Whereas
Mm.
Donald Trump is not going to have that kind of an advantage when people stand out on a queue and vote. Tomorrow, the whole day is advantageous to Kamala Harris. The whole day is weaker to Donald Trump. So this
Okay.
is what the
So
Pancha Pakshi Sastra says.
I am also curious about is there any indication will be shown on the inauguration day? Because the day is always January 20th year, which falls on Monday, Krishna Bhaksha, I believe, if I'm right. So,
Yeah.
what is the bird ruling on that day, and what is the bird dying on that day, January 20th, 2025, which is the presidential inauguration day? Can
Okay.
you tell me on that? So,
Yes, sure. It is. You mean to say that's a oath taking a ceremony which is going to happen on
yeah, yeah,
20th
yeah,
of January?
yeah, yes, yes.
Okay. Okay. Now when we look at on that particular day falls on Monday.
Mm-hmm,
Even when we look at it, is going to be Krishna Paksha. So it
mm-hmm,
is more of a waning moon on Monday,
mm-hmm,
where the vulture is not ruling. Of course, the cock is also not ruling. Where peacock is ruling, howl
mm-hmm.
is become. So peacock naturally it is very friendly to the vulture, the Kamala
Oh,
Harris
okay.
bird,
Mm-hmm,
rather than the cock. So,
okay.
taking that into considerations, even on the oath day or whatever the day which you call it on 20th January,
Mm-hmm,
falls on Monday. So, it is also going to be an advantage for Kamala Harris in the situation on Monday also.
okay.
So, very interesting when we look at on that day also, that
Very
is
good.
very important.
Okay.
Even that day is also better.
So it is a clear indication that is what you are saying on November 5th. It is a clear advantage for Kamala Harris because her bird is ruling and
Yes,
the other side the bird is dying. Okay. And
yes.
also on the inauguration day, it is a neutral, but the friendly bird to the vulture is ruling. So it could be, no, we can come to kind of a conclusion that it is advantageous to Kamala Harris who will be taking oath on that day. finally, to conclude, to put as a summarize for our viewers, and also what I understood from the discussion is that tomorrow on election day, vulture is ruling. That ruling bird is the birth bird of Miss KamalaHarris. And on the other hand, tomorrow, unfortunately or coincidentally, the dying bird is cock, and it is belong to the birth bird of Donald Trump. So it
Right.
shows on election day, it is going to be a clear advantage to Miss KamalaHarris. That's what
True.
it says.
True. Yes.
Also, though both the parents are not ruling or dying on inauguration day, but a vulture-friendly peacock is ruling that day, also indicates that it is good for Miss KamalaHarris.
Yeah.
So
True. True.
thank you so much for your time and explanation. Probably we have to come back based on your available time. We have to come back and then do multiple sessions explaining our viewers about the Pancha Pakshi Sastra, especially to the people in US. Thank you for time again.
Thank you, Mr. MGR Ganesh, for giving me an opportunity. So I am looking forward to share my opinion in uh, near future in your forum to interact with you and then telling something about the Pancha Pakshi Sastra, which is very traditional. I appreciate your interest and your services. Thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Om Namah Shivaya.
Good night, sir. Thank you. Om Namah Shivaya.